Hi, my name is Justin Robinson, and the title that I did my article on, research analysis on, is Romantic Relationships and Substance Use in Early Adulthood. The article appears in the June 2010 issue of Journal Health and Social Behavior. The questions that researchers are trying to answer are, in this study, is whether or not romantic relationship quality has an effect on substance use. Another question that is trying to be answered is the research is whether there's effect on relationships with substance use depend on partner use and the quality of the relationship. The independent variable of this research was substance use. Alcohol, marijuana, and cigarettes were the three substances that were being examined. The dependent variables were the status, quality, and stability of a romantic relationship. The different type of romantic relationships that were being examined in this study were married couples, cohabitating relationships, and non-cohabitating relationships. These types of relationships were being compared to participants that were single during the study. The main hypothesis of the study was that the quality, stability, and length of relationship depend on whether the partner partakes in substance use or not. During the years of 1993 and 1994, 1,040 students and their parents consented to participate in the study. These students were from 10 suburban public elementary schools in the Pacific Northwest School District. 52% of the participants during this time were first graders, and 48% of these students were second graders. When the participants were 18 years of age, they signed a consent form allowing participants to follow up and collect data from them. Surveys were completed annually in the spring and 2 more points in time during the fall. Most of the interviews were done in person or by questionnaires. 18% of the participants dropped out of high school and prior to the 12th grade, so the researchers had to refer to points in time as if the participants progressed through high school normally. Some of the participants did not meet certain criteria to continue to be examined. They excluded 131 participants, leaving only 909. There were no major statistical differences between participants included or excluded from the research. 54% of the data samples were males, 42% females. 81% participants were white, 5% Hispanic, 7% Pacific Islander or Asian, 4% African American, and 3% Native American. 30% of the participants received free or reduced lunch in the first 2 years of the study. Researchers found out that substance use changed very little over time and that almost half of the participants were not in a romantic relationship at any given point in time. During the surveying, most common single participants reported that least use in all 3 types of substances. Living together reported the most marijuana use, but not heavy alcohol drinking use. Was also reported in non-cohabitating relationships and cohabitating relationships. Researchers also found out that substance use was positively associated with partner substance use. There were positive and significant associations found between partner use and participating use, each of the 3 substances. The elements of the study that would most interest the sociologists would be the social development model that was created by Catalano and Hawkins, the 2 sociologists leading the study. Sociologists would say the reason that relationships are better between the partners both partake in substance use due to social bonding. People that are more likely to bond towards each other that have something in common. Since psychologists focus on more endogenous factors, they would be more interested in what is going on inside the participant's mind during the study. Psychologists would say that these young adults have not mentally matured yet enough to form their own sense of freedom and how to make decisions on their own instead of following the crowd. To get a better understanding of the article and the effects of relationships on substance use, I found another article that related to it. I selected Substance Use in Early Marriage from the February 2004 article of the Journal of Marriage and Family. The study talks about more of the effects of substance use on marriage in early years. Also in this article, it explains how many other factors affect why people use substance use in relationships. Some other factors such as school, work, mental or personality issues have an effect on a person's substance use. I felt like this added on to the article with the first article left out. Thank you.